Hey Townies! In this one we play an absolutely bonkers game as the Amnesiac in the All Any Fools mode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. Here we go, entering the game as Amnesiac number 9 on the list. So I wasn't actually recording when this game happened, so we're looking back at this through the mod tool that lets you watch replays of games. But oh my gosh, this game is insane. Plays an Amnesiac, and we're just going to go through kind of like my thought process with what's going on here, but the ending is wild. Like, it is crazy what happens, and that's not like hyperbole, but we're going to speed up the night. We're Amnesiac, we can't do anything, so we're just kind of chilling out, but here comes the who died and how. One is SC, he DCs from life, so right now I was kind of thinking, okay, he's Soul Collector, he must have been solo, so he just leaves. But he's the only guy who dies that night, and then we kind of go into this. So 2 is like, gonna get conged, I hate it here, the Covenar, and then he just whispering, and then he's just freaking out. So I'm like, no TIs, this is great, we're gonna have to do this just randomly, vote for alignment, hope we catch some people, but 4 pops out, or I'm sorry, the mayor pops out, and we're like, okay. Apparently there's a conjurer according to 4, so we're like, okay, 4 is pirate, and we're like, okay, here comes a conjurer, so now we're like, alright, we're gonna remember mayor, we're gonna be the mayor tomorrow, because the Amnesiac, remember, doesn't trigger until the morning, but unless there's another Amni, we're like, alright, we're gonna be mayor. I will say, I do not have, when I started this game, I do not have the achievement for reveal as mayor. I was really hoping that I could just go throughout the game and never have that happen, but I kind of forget about it, but you'll see when that happens. But I do end up revealing. Thanks for the heat, too. So 3 is claiming Town Power. 11 open claims Socialite right here. Anyone claiming at TP on 3, so he says that he was a Socialite on 3 and he didn't reject anybody. So 3's like, alright, vote for alignment. I say vote for alignment, go 3, 4, 5. And 4 claims TS, 15 claims TP, 10 claims TP, 3 says he's obviously Town Power. 12 got negative votes, so he negative voted 11, and 3 got an extra vote. So no one's really getting up, no one's really claiming either, but we kind of brute force vote for alignment. 5 says he's TK, 8 says he's TK, and then 7 says he's TS. We're just going through, normal vote for alignment. I'm like, okay, we are whatever. And then 6 comes out and says, my house is ugly at the bottom of the screen. So we're like, okay, he's just trolling, but someone got the party at night, like the old socialite, so the Fool's Fortune ensures the show goes on. So 4 says there's an Amnesiac mayor, so we're like, okay, 4 is 100% pirate, he knew there was a conj, he knew there was an Amni, so he knows that there's an Amni mayor out there. I'm trying to keep vote for alignment going, but 6 is really just like hounding on me. He's like, seriously, look at 9. That's the house you choose. He's just like, alright, this guy's either Jester or Veteran. Hopefully he's Veteran and he can just get an alert, get a kill, but I'm thinking more he's just towards the Jester right now. He says, hang 6 tomorrow. Or I say hang 6 tomorrow, because he's just being really annoying. 10 goes down here. 10 was a trapper, so we don't know where his trap goes, but he does get killed by birds, so then I'm thinking right now, 1 probably got enchanted, because why would a Soul Collector leave when he has a Berserker in the game? But you never know. We get a Jester token right here, Trapper goes down, and then the day will start. But we get a Jester token, and there's the we remember we were mayor. So 3 says he was witched, so the Coven will know who that guy is, and 4 claims he was attacked, but he was saved by a token. So 3 is claiming Town Power. We're hoping that, you know, he reveals. Maybe he's Prosecutor. He can prosecute someone. Maybe he's Marshal. But 6 says, seriously, everybody look at 9's ugly house. And I'm just like, okay, this guy is just 100% Jester right now. He's being mean. He's being annoying. He's just trying to meet Chatterbox. And 4 says, Amni Mayor, wake up. So 4 is just continuing his pirate. He wants to know that I'm evil. or that I'm the mayor, he's evil, he wants to kill me because he knows there's an Amnesiac. And I'm like, there can't be a writ because the Conjurer was the coven killing, so there can't be more than one coven killing in the game, so we know there's definitely not a writ. 6 decides to up me, or try to go for the up, but there's so many just alternate votes. 11 has a negative vote, everyone's just voting randomly. 8 has a negative vote, 8 has actually negative 2 votes, but we're going to up 14 here, like at the buzzer, like it literally gets down to 1 second before we end up voting 14. So, claims right now are 3 is apparently Town Power, there's 6 who is either Veteran or Jester, and I'm really leaning towards Jester because he's just really trying to be annoying, getting me to hang him. 14 claims Doom, we don't know how far to trust this. 6 says, I'd say something about it, but look at your house, you're obviously blind and couldn't find the way. Like, this is just solidifying in my mind that he's Jester. 7 says, nah, this MF evil as hell. And I try to, like, say 6 is bullying me, Vigi, take him out. Doom claim, like, we have a lot of people who are open claiming, like, 11 open claims Soch, we got, oh, that was weird, but 11 open claiming Soch, 3 is apparently Town Power, we know there's an Amni Mayor out there who's just me, but he should be able to guess the Pirate, who's 4, he could guess 11 is Socialite, and then maybe get a lucky guess on 3 as a Town Power, but he does end up being Doomsayer. I was kind of doubting if he was Doomsayer, if he was just kind of forcing his way out of the hang, but he does end up going down 7-2. There are a lot of negative votes out there. And then they weren't on 3 night 1, so they won't be tonight. And then 6 continues with his bullying. So, no party, so we're going to speed this up, get through this night at 800% speed. We could reveal all the roles, but we're not going to do that. So, Plague Bear goes down. Killed by the Coven, so now we're thinking, okay, so there definitely is another Apoc out there. He says 12 is Enchanter, Enchanted 1 night 1, and 13 is Witch. He saw them Witch 3 night 2. So we're like, okay, great. Plague Bear outs 2 Coven, we can just knock him out, bang bang. So get 13, get 12, but 13 ends up dying to the Berserker. So we're like, okay, Witch is down, Plague Bear was telling the truth, so we're just going to get 12 here. Just speed this up a little bit. Get through this. Alright. And then I say 3 if you're Pros, get 12. Just get that out of the way. Be able to hang him here. And then 11 says he was Socialite. He alternated 3, 9, me, or 3, me, and 3 again. And then 3 saying, thanks to the Burrs for getting the Witch. But, so, Plague Bear saw the Witch go to guy, and he's just like, Burrs, kill the Witch, so the Witch doesn't get, or the Burrs doesn't get revealed by the Witch, and then witched into somebody, maybe his teammate, but I'm like, alright, get 12, 6 is still on a tangent about my house or whatever, so we just kind of ignore him. 15 jumps in, he's saying like, alright, 6 Jester or something, and I'm like, 12 says he went on 1 night 1. So I'm going to pause it right here, because I need to go on a tangent. 1 night 1. 1 DC'd. Okay? 1 DC'd. There's no reason that a bodyguard should be going on the Soul Collector. Absolutely none. So I don't know why he's saying that. I forgot that 1 DC'd, but I thought he just died to Coven, like the Enchanter, like Plague Bear said, but he said, I'm Witched BG. Silly to hang me. Like, okay, you could have fake claimed Witch, but why are you on 1? Why are you on 1? BG can't do anything. He says that he was, he's gonna say that he was on him to prevent the Soul Collector. But, like, right there, I was checking for Soul Collectors. He wouldn't be able to do anything against the Soul Collector. Soul Collector doesn't attack, Soul Collector's Astral. So why would he be on the Soul Collector? Or why would he be on the DC guy to try and kill a Soul Collector, which he can't do? He ends up getting innoed 4 for 4, so I'm like, alright, this is ridiculous. He should be hanged. I'm going to try and up him again. And I'm like, this is crazy. Why would a BG test for Soul Collector? So I end up revealing. I completely forgot that I was trying to go for the not reveal achievement, but I end up getting the achievement for this game. You can't see it because it's the modded replay, but unfortunate that I completely forgot about this, but I just needed 12 hanged. Like, there's no reason he should be on the Soul Collector. And 4 says he's pirate and his BG, or this BG, is his landlubber, but I mean, I don't know how much I trust that. He said that his landlubbers were, he knew there was a conj, he knew there's an amnesiac, and then he says there's a BG. But he says, 9, you're hanging with BG, congrats, but I have no remorse for hanging this guy. There's absolutely no reason for any TP except maybe a Crusader to go on a DC guy to kill an Enchanter. But SC, yeah, 11 jumps in, he's like, SCs don't kill, 6 says he's innowing, but he gets guilty 8-2, and as you're going to see in a moment, this is the dumbest Town of Salem player I've ever seen in my life. Because, fast forward here, 4 says, what are we doing? 4's pirate, so I don't know why he's, like, siding with Town. But 12 says he is actually BG. He's actually BG. Who went on a DC guy? 4's calling us morons, but that's one of his landlubbers, so I don't know why he's freaking out. But 9's like, he deserves to die. And that's me, because he did. He did deserve to die. 4 says, I said they were confirmed, but I still don't know why 4 is siding with Town. Like, this deserved to die for not going on 3. True. Like, 11 knows what's up. And we're gonna speed this up nighttime, because nothing happens. We're just chilling out. But, get this back. We end up getting a Jester token. 3 ends up being Jester. And 6 says he's witched. 11 says he blocked a visitor on me. So 6 says it's a Necro game, but I don't know how far I trust that. The Necro apparently went or used the Witch on us, but I mean, there really was no one else to use. He could have used the Bodyguard on either himself or one of his teammates to defend from the Burrs, because we know there's a Berserker in the game. But Berserker transforms into War. 11 says he went on us and blocked at least one person. So we're kind of trusting 11 here. Don't know why 6 was witched. Like, the Necromancer can't use the Witch. So, I don't know. I'm still not trusting 6. I still think he's a Jester. He was just being super annoying. So I'm like, just give 6 his win. Like, I'm thinking the game's pretty much over here. There's a Berserker and there's possibly 3 Coven. So that's 4 out of the 7. That's an evil majority. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm mayor, I have votes, but I think I die tonight because the Socialite can't be on me again. There's a Burrs out there. So 7 or 4 have to be War. So we're like, okay, 4 is Pirate. He knew there was a Conjurer, knew there was Amnesiac, knew there was a Bodyguard. Like, he's got to be 4. And we end up voting 7 up here. So we're going to speed through this a little bit. 6 gives us the terrible news that 13's getting revived. So the Witch is going to get revived here, and we're just screwed. Because that means all 4 Coven will be back in the game, and 7 says, I abstained the first round on 12, and says I'm not Coven, and then I'm like, okay, we don't need Coven, we need War. Like, War's going to be able to kill me, unstoppable attack, Socialite can't defend me from him. So 6 says, I hit a bad token. And 7 says he's Doom, and we're like, ain't no way. There's no way this guy's another Doomsayer. Like, 2 Doomsayers and a Jester? Nah. And then 4 says 15 is War, but this ends up being War anyway, so we're just going to speed through this again. Nothing really happens. Speed through the day, or speed through the night, actually. And we're like, okay, so we die here. Oops. We end up dying to Coven and War. So we're like, okay, the Necromancer just used War on us, but also the Coven killing went on us. So 11 is freaking out right here because we also get roll-blocked. So I don't know how we got roll-blocked, but it says we got roll-blocked and fell asleep. But 13 was the Witch, or 13 the Witch gets revived. I get killed by Coven in War. So now the Coven killing gets rampaged by the War. So I don't know what's happening. 11's freaking out because the Poisoner ends up going down too. He got hit by the War. And I'm just like, okay, what is happening? 11 is freaking out in chat because he's saying that the Necromancer used War on the guy that he tried to kill, and he got rampaged, so he's getting real pissed off. Alright, we're going to speed this up. Conjurer gets plundered by the pirate, so 4 gets his kill. I was also his target, so he's about to leave town. So right now it's 6, 8, and the revived witch. So we know 8's Necro, and we're like, okay, 6 is Jester, the game's just going to end right here. But it doesn't. So 6 is actually Vet. So it's wild that he was just baiting by being mean to me, which was rude, but go off. But we're like, okay, 8 and 13 are just going to vote here. Like, they're going to vote up 6, but 6 is actually Vet. 11 is still going off on the Necro in dead chat. He's just so pissed off. So he's like, 6 says he can't stop war since he's Vet, so the Necro wastes the war. Like, the Necro could have used the war to kill 6, and they would have won, because then it would have just been 2 Coven left. So 8 has inverted votes, so he can't vote, but 6 comes in with the clutch plus 2 votes. It's amazing. So we're going to speed this up, but 8 gets voted up, he's the Necro, and then the Witch, I'm thinking for a second, okay, does he have an alert? Does he have an alert? Because if he has an alert, he can survive. Otherwise, the Witch is just going to kill him, and it's over, but I think the Witch would actually make him not alert, and it would kill him, or it would make him alert, and he just dies to the Vet anyway. But 11's still going off in chat against the Necromancer, so he's about to just blow up on this guy even more. And then I was like, he says he went on the bookholder's target with war. I'm like, you as the bookholder could have just went on somebody else. But the only person you could have gone on was 6, who was revealed by actually, I don't think he was revealed by the Witch yet. So the Poisoner could have gone on 6 and killed him, but he didn't want to, so he stayed on the guy that was targeted by war and just died. So as much as 11 is pissed off at 8 for putting the war on the target that he selected, he should have selected off of it as soon as that guy was not changing. So he says, just don't visit, you moron, and we're going to see in a second, like, speed it up just a little bit, but nobody dies. So 6 is alive, he's got votes, and it's a 1v1. So we got 10 seconds, and the only thing that we have to worry about is 13 getting extra votes, or 6 getting his votes inverted by the token, but he doesn't. He ups 13, we're going to get the W, and it is the wildest all-any game I've ever been a part of. So 13's stuff that he got was Night Chat, a status effect, role revealed, and he can hear whispers. So his role was revealed anyway because he got revived, but he says, no, you're just dumb. He said there will be no knights, and he said, did Necro Witch reveal me, says 6, but it doesn't matter. 6, who we thought was Jester from the start for being mean to us, ends up being the veteran, he ends up coming in clutch, and it's just wild. Boom, there he is, he's the veteran. It was down to a Poisoner, Conjurer, Necromancer, Witch, Pirate, and Mare, and Townies end up winning with just the 5 of us. Wild game. GG's, good luck in your next ones, and we will see you next time.